What is going on, FG3000? Back in the place to be, and welcome to Watcher of Realms. So Watcher of Realms is a brand new tower defense style hero collector that joins the ranks of other tower defense style games we have here on mobile, including Arc Knights, Path to Nowhere, and you know, if you're being generous, like real generous, Time Defenders. Yeah, it still gets updated. Now, although we don't have a large quantity of tower defense games, we do have some quality ones, right? And Watcher of Realms does join those ranks if you're looking for a tower defense game that does not have that anime aesthetic. As you guys can see, this is more of that realistic fantasy vibe that you see in games like Raid Shadow Legends, the more recent King Arthur, Age of Magic, games like that. So right off the bat, one of my favorite features of this game has to be the aesthetic, the characters. I like this vibe, I like these characters. I still do love my anime design, but it feels good to like collect something a little bit different. And nothing's more different than this guy over here, dude. Josh. Just Josh. You can't collect Josh in no anime hero collector. You can't. So those are a few of the heroes you can collect, and I will show off a little bit more later in the video when we do our summon session. But let's go ahead and jump on into combat. As you guys can see, your typical campaign flow. You go to each stage, you 3-star each one by making sure that not a single enemy penetrates your base. So do keep that in mind. This is a stamina-based hero collector, so it's going to cost me 8 stamina to jump into combat. At the moment, my squad consists of 8 heroes, but you can see over time, you can have a total of 10. Now, one thing I did like about this game is the leadership skills. Now, we've seen leadership skills in games before, but in this game, you can actually bring multiple, right? So my dwarf here, my favorite fantasy race, as you guys know, he has a leadership skill that gives passive bonuses to other characters within his faction. So you see this little icon right over here. All of these characters are part of his faction, and they all get buffed via my dwarf. But the reason why it stands out to me in this game is the fact that you can have 2 leaders in your squad. So a little bit later on, I'm going to unlock this other leadership squad. So I can have squad 1, which comprises all of like light units up here, and then I can have squad 2 with a totally different leader with a totally different faction bonus. So I thought that was kind of cool. So 10 heroes total, an assist unit, 2 different types of faction leaders, and when it comes to factions, you have quite a few here, along with multiple different class types as well. The game will also let you know the odds of you winning this encounter. Medium odds, you know what? I can dig it. We'll go ahead and leave that loading screen in. This game is available on mobile, but I am playing the PC version. So very straightforward if you ever play any tower defense game, right? You need to protect your blue core, and all of the enemies are gonna be coming out of these red spawners, right? So let us get it on. We're gonna basically start this bad boy off with a tank. Turn on ×2 speed and prepare for our enemies to make their way over here. I'm gonna do a little bit of a pincer maneuver right over here, lock them into my tank, along with my little warrior unit here as well. This character, oh my gosh, she's the most annoying. She has the most annoying voice line of all time. You guys ready?
My ship, my crew, my rule.
It's so bad, dude. And she says it so often, dude. All right, look at you guys just chilling here, huh? You guys just want to chill here? Well, I'll go ahead and chain lightning these guys in the face. We'll do another archer up here. And if you played Arc Knights, dude, you already know what you're in for, right? It's pretty much the same. Oh no, dude, look at that. You know what? I wanted to show you how fast you can reload to the game if you do something wrong. Look at that, dude. You saw how fast that was? That was pretty good. That was all a part of the video, baby. All a part of the video. All right, let's get back to this. I forgot what I was doing, dude. But now you get to hear that voice line one more time. My ship, my crew, my rules. All right, got an archer up there.
My crew, my rules.
Okay, let's do this a little bit better this time around. I'm gonna leave you guys over there, and you know what I should have did? I should have put you back one and put my little chain lightning guy there, but we're gonna be okay. We'll be able to get away with this. We're gonna go ahead and get some heals over here. I'm not gonna put my heals there. I'm gonna put my heals right here. That way I can get my tank along with my little warrior guy. Very, very nice. And then I just want to just like pluck these guys a little bit. They're not going to be there for very much longer, so it's kind of a waste of my time, but I want to do it anyway. Just start plucking them away, All right, everything seems to be going pretty well here. So we can kind of move the camera around the battlefield if we choose to. Look at this pro strategy, baby. And look at this guy. This guy costs 23 energy to deploy. Look how big my dude is. What'd you say, FG? You heard me. Look how big my dude is. You can also do special attacks as well. So let's go ahead and use her little ghost ship attack like we're playing Dota 2. This guy over here has a really nice little electric field, which is very, very nice. All the enemies take electric damage as they walk in. Dude, look at that pro strat. That was actually not too bad. And you can see we're pretty much done at this point. Just sit back, relax, let that bad boys ×2. At any time, if you don't want to have one of these units deployed, you can always undeploy them if you choose to. But from here, we look pretty good. And what we can also do is just like, for giggles, just throw somebody out here in a second, just to make it a little bit easier. I don't really need it. Got some hellhounds coming. We'll just do that, just because the match is almost over. And there you go. That is combat here in the world of Watcher of Realms and in most tower defense games, right? This game reminds me quite a bit of Arcanites. It's not a bad thing, but I do have to say that it is quite derivative. I haven't really seen anything that just blew my mind, like, oh my God, that's so different. You know, when you think about other tower defense games that we received, we got Path to Nowhere that for the most part is quite derivative, but it did have that redeployed mechanic, which made it quite interesting when it came to combat. How do I want to, I like my pincer, dude. My pincer maneuver is my favorite. Path to Nowhere had that redeploy feature, which was quite interesting. Time Defenders, as booty as that game was, King's Raids. Dude, I'm never trusting that King's Raid developer ever again. Vespa, bruh. But as derivative as that game was, it did have the mechanic of like horde mode style, right? Where you fought off thousands of enemies instead of dozens. So that's what kind of set it apart. Now, when you look at this game, what sets it really apart from all the other tower defense games that I just mentioned? Just really the aesthetic, in my opinion. It does have some interesting gameplay modes that I'll show you here in a second, but for the most part, it's Arcanites with a different skin. there you go. Let's see if we can beat up this guy here. Is that two on top of each other? What? That looks kind of... All right, whatever. How about I do this? Put my little lizard guy right behind you. Very cool. And I love tower defense games, so I'm going to be playing this game all the way until I get bored of it. But I just didn't want anyone to get the impression that it was somehow, I don't know, just like something that was going to be mind-blowingly different. If you have not fell in love with tower defense games at this point, nothing that I see here is going to change your mind, right? Maybe Path to Nowhere was like close to kind of like treading that line where if you didn't like tower defense, you might have liked Path to Nowhere. But this game, no. If you don't like tower defense, I don't really see much here that'll change your mind. Let's go with my little lizard man and his arrow rain. Very, very nice. And I think from here, we'll just, dude, you... Come on, dude. No, my lizard dude. That's okay. That's okay. Lost another archer over there, but I'm feeling pretty good still. We'll go with our ghost ship, and that should be GG. We only have 4 people left. And there you go. That is the general campaign flow. But like I said a little bit earlier, there were a few things that just kind of slightly stood out to me, and I'll show you what that looks like right now. So normally I don't show off guild functionality this early in the video, but in this instance, I do want to show this off. The fight against Raton Bar in the guild battle. So let's go ahead and do this. And I enjoyed this. Like, I like fighting a big, massive, oversized dragon. So this is going to be the guild boss. Now I'm going to show you something here. All right, so let's do, I only have 1 healer. So I'm going to do 2 of my melee to this side. And I'm going to make sure both of them are in heal range. And then I'm going to put all my strongest people I'm going to put over here on the left side. And I'm going to put my boy over here with the frosted tips. And then I'll put my lizard man right here. Another archer right there. And let's turn this bad boy in ×2 speed. So this is the guild raid, right? Not bad for a tower defense game. And you have 2 different camera angles. You can get a little bit closer, but I like this one. This is a much better camera angle. I might as well just throw you out there. You're gonna get killed really, really fast. We'll go with ghost ship here. Dude, we're doing some pretty good damage. Not bad. So he's trying to charge up this this dragon attack. So it's time for us to do as much damage as we possibly can. We knocked him down. Dude, I'm in a guild by myself holding it down, baby. Very, very nice. We'll go, yeah, let's just go ahead and do his arrow rain there. Good damage as well. The damage is, the dragon is about to be promoted. Dude, who's promoting this dragon? Here we go, ghost ship. We lost our little slappy little fighter over here, but not that big of a deal. He's like level 4. Okay, I think I'm feeling pretty good here, man. We got the next rampage is about to start, but we're about to lose our frontline tanks here. Let's go. We got to see if we can't. We got to stop that charge. Come on, lizard dude. I need you. I'm not going to be able to stop it. Come on, ghost ship. Oh, it's too late. That's GG. So that's the guild boss, right? Not too bad for a tower defense game. So that's the guild boss, and this is the guild that I created. Ooh, baby, I couldn't get gamers because for whatever reason, gamers isn't allowed, right? You get flags if you type in gamers. I don't know. So as far as the auxiliary gameplay modes, there's actually quite a few. So you have promotion raid, which is basically your tried and true daily resource grinds. When it's time for you to promote your defenders, your healers, your mages, your marksmen, or your fighters, you need to go in here and get special drops here in order to break through your characters. Those are pretty straightforward. You also have EXP raid. Now, I'll show off a little bit of this to give you a quick gripe. Once you beat this EXP stage, you can auto repeat it. This game does not have skip functionality whatsoever. It's an auto repeat game, which isn't too bad because it is a PC client. And usually when I have the PC client, I just throw it on the side of my screen and just let it run all day. So it's not a deal breaker for me, but I definitely wanted to mention. Another thing that I did want to mention, in addition to this auto repeat, is the fact that it is locked at ×2 speed. Why is that important? Well, for the campaign, it's not really that important. ×2 speed is almost perfect when it comes to the campaign, when it comes to plotting your strategy. But when it comes to auto repeat, ×2 is just too slow. But if you spend some money, ladies and gentlemen, you can unlock 3.5 speed. Yes, this is one of those games that locks a very pivotal, very important quality of life behind a paywall, right? So you gotta pay for 3.5 speed and you have to keep it upkept. Did I use that word right? I meant like it requires upkeep, so whatever. So here is the privilege card. Yes, it's one of those. So you can buy them in 1 month or 6 month intervals. And you can see right over here, 3.5 speed is gonna be locked here. So it doesn't even matter. Let's say today, right? Today you love this game so much, you drop $7,244.22. You drop that much money today and you only buy a 1 month card. Next month, the game is gonna be like, what, $7,000? You better pay me again if you want 3.5 speed. And I just cannot stand quality of life being locked behind paywalls like that, especially paywalls that require upkeep. I think I did it better that time. You also get extra gear drop in your gear raid, your promotion raids. You can do 40 more auto fights. Right now I'm capped at 30, I think. So you get 40 more there, more XP, more gold, more stamina. And once again, you got to keep this going forever and forever. Oh, and now that I look at this, this is just a one-time price. So once you get this little sale, after that, the price goes up. very, very nice, dude. How much does it cost? So this is, let's just say 5,000 of whatever these things are, right? Ah, dude, I'm on PC, so you guys can't see. Hold on. 5,000 is $45. $45, my friend. $45. So yeah, watch your realms. All right. So that's the EXP raid. We shut up the guild boss. Guild raid functions exactly the same, right? You fight these encounters. They're going to drop gear for your characters. We'll talk about that after we do summons. But just like you think in most games when it comes to gear, you have 2-piece sets that provide, you know, attack, HP, stuff like that, right? Now, one thing I do want to show you that's a little bit different that I haven't really seen in most games is the tidal wave. So it feels like this game wanted to take a little bit from Arc Knights and a little bit from Time Defenders as well. So Time Defenders, like I said a little bit earlier, was kind of horde mode style. In that game, you fought thousands of enemies, and this is kind of gives you that same exact vibe, right? You got these hordes of enemies that you're all fighting off. This has no manual gameplay whatsoever. So once you set up your units on the base here, they just completely auto, right? And you're just kind of sit back, relax, and you just kind of hope that your formation and your skill and kind of like your strategy all pans out. You can also summon a big, massive spectral golem that I'm going to do here in a second. But this is pretty much it, right? It's just set up your units on the base and prepare for the boss. Here he comes. Down you go, spectral golem, defeated that wave, GG. And tied to that gameplay mode is a thing called tied talents. Now these talents are specifically just for this gameplay mode. So over time, you're gonna build up these talent points where you can make your units in this gameplay mode even more efficient, right? So I can increase the effectiveness of my archers, my mage, my tanks here. This one right over here is gonna give me 2 more ground tiles, which will allow me to place more units, etc., etc. So the more you go through the title gameplay mode, the more waves you defeat, the more, you know, kind of tools and goodies you get to play with over time. So I've shown off everything I can show off in this video. A little bit later on in chapter 7, you're going to unlock faction trial, and then this is going to reveal itself. So this doesn't mean that it doesn't exist yet. It does exist. There's another gameplay mode here, but it won't reveal itself until you get this one unlocked, and then this one will unlock, and it'll show you another hidden one and another hidden one. So there's probably more gameplay modes that aren't even being shown here. So don't think that this is necessarily the end. There might be even more gameplay modes than this. All right, so let's go ahead and end this video off as we always do with a nice little summon session. Let that full summon animation play out. Now, I'm still conflicted. Like I want to play this game, but that whole times 3.5 speed just really kind of turns me off a little bit. But I am going to be playing on PC, so it doesn't bother me a lot, but it's still annoying, right? Like the fact that it's there and I have to pay for it to get it is just super annoying. Dude, I love this little bootleg Murloc looking guy. Very nice. Let me share that to people. Who cares? Anybody care? There you go. Somebody did. So that's all the currency I've been able to build up to this point. So just one multi's worth. This game also has hero fusion. Once again, if you played Raid Shadow Legends, you're going to recognize this system where you take these characters. They have to have a very specific level as well as like these purple stars. And I'll show you what that looks like when I power up my little bootleg Murloc here. I never like these systems at all because I don't know, dude. I hate like getting rid of my old units. Like I hate like sacrificing my units to another unit. Like I never like that. Like I'm a hero collector by nature and I like to just collect heroes over time. Like I want all of them. Like I want them all. But this is going to put you in a situation just like Raid Shadow Legends where you're going to level up these characters just for the purposes of fusing them together to get these characters, which are probably upgrades, right? Like there's nothing wrong with that system. Just for me subjectively, I was never really a fan of it. One more time.
My ship, my crew, my roof.
I hate it. All right, so dude, I got a couple of really cool heroes here. I got this World of Warcraft half Blood Elf, half Sentinel, Night Elf looking guy who looks pretty awesome actually. But then I got the cool Murloc. All right, let's go for the Murloc. So EXP juice is how you level up, and I showed you that a little bit earlier. There's an EXP stage, and you can just turn on auto repeat and just grind that bad boy out for this EXP juice. So we'll just hold this down. Let's see if we can get up to 40. We cannot. This is that daily resource grind that I showed you a little bit earlier. So I go and raid that insignia of mages, get this currency, and I can use this currency to promote the character. This is going to give them those purple stars that you see, and this is going to be required in order to be fused in other heroes over time, or if you just want to use them long term, this is going to give you even more flexibility with these characters, right? So you get another passive here, more range there, which is very, very nice. Increase of your basic attributes, etc., etc. After that, you have the gear system. So I only have one half of it unlocked at the moment, but pretty straightforward, right? So if I go in here, I have this sword. This sword is a 2-piece set that grants attack. Now, one thing I didn't like about this one here, dude, there's a lot of things I don't like about this game, apparently. I just don't know why developers just don't make these auto-enhance, like, instantly. Like, why do we have to go through the animation? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why do we have to do the animation? I feel like this is something that Summoners Wars did like 45 years ago, and every other game developer felt like they had to copy everything about Summoners Wars. Whether it worked or not, they felt like they had to copy it like perfectly, but I digress. You also get this little sand. Oh my, I didn't mean to do that time. I didn't mean to do it. This comes from title, right? So this allows you to randomly upgrade one of your skills, which is always super important. Very, very nice. And then I assume duplicates are going to be the awaken system. I assume, yes, it is. I haven't done enough summons to see what dupes look like. So yeah, as you get duplicates, you're going to awaken these characters, making them even stronger once again. So it looks like HP there, attack, HP, attack, and then crit there. Nothing too crazy when it comes to dupes though. And then last but not least, there is some type of artifact system as well. Now, one last thing I didn't like about this game is this rate up for new commanders thing. Now, don't get it twisted. I love rate up, right? So the drop rate of legendary heroes increases to 2 times during the event. So between today and the 15th, your legendary hero drop is going to increase. So if you want to do summons, you need to do summons within these 2 days. So it's possible that the only time they're ever going to do this is right now, right? Which is not too bad. I mean, it gives an incentive for people to start playing the game immediately on launch. I guess I get that. I just hope that they don't spring this on players later on in the future. Like, let's say there's 3 months down the line and then suddenly they go, hey, rate up is coming, but you already spent all of your summon materials like the day before. Like, that would be so annoying. And I haven't really seen gacha games do this in such a long time. Like, this used to be pretty common where you had to save up your gacha currency for very specific days of the week in order to get the most out of it. Gacha games haven't done that for a very long time, so it was really surprising to see something like this. For the first 2 days, whatever, I get it, but if that's something that you have to like be scared of in the future, that is bad. Real bad. But again, I don't know if that's true. I made it up. You know what? I want to just go ahead and burn out the rest of my currency. Oh, FG. Nah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, dude. There's so many good games right now. I don't know. I'm going to keep it installed, though. I'm going to keep it installed. Voltus. Oh, that's a duplicate for me, actually. So we'll take that. Let's see what else we got here. Hayden. And... oh, Autumn looks pretty cool. A little Infernal Wood Elf. Not too shabby. We have another copy of Hayden. and Rider. And then one more summon ticket here, or summon crystal, I should say. Oh, look at this guy, Azoth. I really do like this design. The son of a succubus queen, a tyrannical demon. All right, so since I got a bunch of brand new characters here, I'll go ahead and do my 19 auto repeats for my EXP stage at 2 times speed. But if I was privileged, I can get an additional 40 of these bad boys at 3.5 speed, and I can get back to just playing the game. I don't know, dude. I'll have to think about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Once again, my name is FG3000, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out.
My ship, my crew, my rules.